Later on the Tonight Show, Jay's taking on a whole lot of women. Saturday Night Live's Molly Shannon. Hey, he may need help from secret weapon Jet Li. And the country tunes of Tracy Lawrence. Your local news is next.
Law enforcement land or some other use, the push gains strength. Snakes, bobcats, animals missing in northern Michigan. For asthma sufferers, how about relief with less side effects? 11 at 11 starts now.
This is 7 and 4 News, 11 at 11. Coverage you can count on.
We need jail space. All three law enforcement agencies need additional space for what they currently have and for future needs.
The push for a new law enforcement center gains speed in the Grand Traverse area. Good evening, I'm Dave Walker.
And I'm Nancy Loveland. Grand Traverse County is looking at building a new law enforcement center at the barns of the old state hospital. The county pitched its plan tonight to the city commissioners. 7 and 4's Jennifer Borrasso joins us live from our Traverse City newsroom with more. Jen, what happened?
Nancy, city commissioners voted 4-1 to let the county move forward with their plans. But some citizens feel there should be more public input.
Because I don't want to just come in here and say, no, this is a bad idea. I want to encourage you to let everybody in town know what they have up there, and you get involved in making the decision.
The county's plan is to build a new law enforcement center near the barns at the old state hospital, now the Grand Traverse Commons, and convert the old center into more jail space.
It puts law enforcement, city, county, and state all in the same spot. One-stop shopping, as the county board has always tried to aim for.
The $4 million project would house the administrative offices, detective bureau, central dispatch, and emergency operations all in the same place. The surrounding buildings would be used for things such as storage and garage space.
Like that, every law enforcement agency in town is crowded. They do not have enough room, and they're running out.
Now the next step for the county is to get estimates from the state police and more detailed drawings. Only about half of a dozen people attended for this portion of tonight's meeting. Reporting live in our Traverse City newsroom, Jennifer Borrasso, 7 and 4 News.
The new Road Commission garage goes up in flames in Mackinac County. Firefighters were called to the new garage in Engadine, west of St. Ignace, around 1:30 this morning. 12 plow trucks, a new road grader, a trencher, a backloader, and other large equipment destroyed. Fire investigators estimate the equipment is worth $3 million. Price tag on the building, about $600,000. Road Commission will move back to its old location. No word yet on rebuilding.
At the other end of the state, Sterling Heights is cleaning up tonight after an acid leak forced several businesses to evacuate. Officials say this railway car began leaking hydrochloric acid today near Detroit. One person was injured and treated at a local hospital. Workers had to transfer the acid from the train into 2 tanker trucks, but still don't know what actually caused the leak.
Most classes will be in session tomorrow at Eastern Michigan University, but many were canceled today because of a weekend fire that did about $750,000 in damage to the Spray Herald building, which is the main academic building. City Fire Marshal says sparks from a welder's torch set the building on fire.
And dozens of Ferris State students are lucky to be alive tonight after a dorm fire yesterday morning. The blaze caused significant damage to 2 floors of Brophy Hall. Ferris State reports there were no deaths and only 7 minor injuries, but the Big Rapids Fire Department says an automatic alarm could have prevented some of those injuries.
Alarm goes off someplace and the manual alarms aren't pulled, nobody else knows there's a fire in the building. If they were centralized, all the people could have been alerted all at once and maybe prevented a few injuries.
Brophy Hall was scheduled for an upgraded alarm system this summer. The fire department says they think they know the origin of the fire but haven't pinpointed an exact cause. Brophy Hall will be closed for the rest of the semester. Ferris State Also at Ferris State, investigators look into last week's student drinking death. 19-year-old Stephen Petz of Gaylord died last Wednesday from alcohol poisoning. Big Rapids police say they've completed their interviews of the people who live in the house where Petz was found. The case now goes to a Mecosta County prosecutor.
One of the big Republican guns on Capitol Hill visits northern Michigan. House Majority Leader Dick Armey lends a big hand to Chuck Yob, the man who wants to unseat Democratic Congressman Bart Stupak. Yob claims Stupak has failed voters in northern Michigan.
He turned his back on them on Social Security lockboxes. He turned his back on them on the gun issue. He turned his back on us on the gas issue, raising gas prices. Gas is an important issue up here for tourism in the summertime and in the wintertime.
Yob hasn't officially announced his run for Congress, but is expected to make an announcement next month.
Missing from a Traverse City house, 4 boa constrictors, 1 cobra, and a person who took them. The snakes might have been stolen because they're expensive. If you want an exotic pet snake, be prepared to pay at least $150, and if it's a cobra, to handle it with care.
Their bite is deadly, so you need to know what you are doing.
Detectives think the person who stole the snakes is familiar with cobras and could be headed to a black market to sell them.
In Wexford County, it's a bobcat that's missing. Sheriff's Department investigating the theft of a stuffed mounted bobcat from Johnny's Fish and Game Park. Stuffed bobcat is worth approximately $4,000 and was taken a little over a week ago. If you have any information, call Silent Observer, the toll-free number 1-800-528-8234.
A custom boat builder shares his profit to help save our rivers. This is Larry Bordine of Grand Traverse Boat Works and Matt Thomas, who coordinates the river care projects. The 2 men have known each other for several years and share common interests.
It was a natural. He works to conserve the waterways, and I provide a product for people to use the waterways.
It seems like a natural partnership. His beautiful boats, I think, tell the story about non-motorized travel on our gorgeous waterways.
Each boat sold means $1,000 for the Conservation Resource Alliance River Care Program, which will improve water quality by working in riverbanks to prevent erosion and doing other projects to enhance the fishery. To find out more about the River Care, contact the Conservation Resource Alliance River Care Program at 231-946-68.